The year was 1969, and the City of Angels was simmering beneath the relentless assault of a blistering summer. It was a time of free love, peace, and optimism, yet beneath this veneer of sunshine and smiles, a sinister undercurrent had begun to take root. The summer's sweltering heat seemed to echo the disquiet that gripped the citizens, a foreboding sense of dread that would soon be realized. As the sun set on August 8th, casting an eerie array of shadows across the labyrinthine sprawl of Los Angeles, a motley group of individuals assembled at the infamous Spahn Ranch. Guided by a charismatic and manipulative leader, a man whose gaze held a mesmerizing yet terrifying power, they listened intently as he delivered his malevolent directive: do something witchy. Emboldened by a twisted sense of loyalty and purpose, the disciples set out on their grim mission. Their destination was the opulent home of Hollywood starlet Sharon Tate, tucked away in the affluent enclave of Benedict Canyon. The house at 10050 Cielo Drive, once known for its glamorous parties and illustrious guests, was now on the cusp of becoming a horrific crime scene. In the inky blackness of night, the intruders skillfully breached the property's defenses, scaling a fence with practiced agility. With surgical precision, they severed the telephone line, severing the house from the outside world. The home was a fortress, but they were infiltrators well prepared for their task. Inside, a casual gathering was taking place. Sharon Tate, 8 months pregnant and wife to acclaimed director Roman Polanski, was entertaining a small party of friends. Among the attendees were celebrity hairstylist Jay Sebring, up-and-coming screenwriter Wojciech Frykowski, and Abigail Folger, the coffee heiress. Their laughter echoed through the house, a stark contrast to the sinister force preparing to strike outside. Unbeknownst to the merrymakers, the intruders slipped inside, their movements as silent as whispers in the wind. The moment they entered, an invisible shroud of dread seemed to drape itself over the house. The occupants froze, their hearts pounding in their chests, their eyes wide with terror. The woman leading the intruders commanded the room with an icy stare. Her demand for money was met with compliance, each victim surrendering their possessions, their pleas for mercy falling on deaf ears. With malicious glee, the intruders bound and gagged their captives, their faces masks of cruel satisfaction. As the night wore on, the blood moon cast an unsettling glow over the scene. Under its spectral light, the intruders fulfilled their leader's horrifying mandate. The once harmonious house was filled with the cacophony of screams, each one more desperate than the last. A brutal onslaught ensued, with the assailants showing no mercy or remorse. As each victim met their tragic end, the intruders painted the walls with cryptic messages, using the blood of their victims as their medium. Once their gruesome tableau was complete, they retreated into the cloak of the night, leaving behind a tableau of carnage that would forever be imprinted upon the annals of Los Angeles' history. The Manson family, as they would come to be known, didn't stop there. The following night, they targeted Lino and Rosemary LaBianca, a well-respected couple who ran a successful supermarket chain. This time, the intruders left behind another blood-drenched crime scene, a grim testament to their heinous capabilities. Los Angeles was a city under siege, its sunny veneer tarnished by the shocking violence. The news of the grotesque murders sent shockwaves throughout the city, shattering its carefree spirit. The brutality was incomprehensible, the audacity of the killers terrifying. Benedict Canyon and its surrounding neighborhoods were no longer oases of glamour and affluence. They were now synonymous with the vilest form of human cruelty. As the grisly details of the crimes were unveiled, the media whipped the public into a frenzy. Fear gripped the city, the thought of another attack keeping residents on edge. Every creak, every shadow, every stranger became a potential threat. The City of Angels had fallen from grace, replaced by a city of fear. The law enforcement was under immense pressure to solve the case. They had to grapple with a complex and chaotic crime scene, the killers having left behind a trail of confusion. But amidst this chaos, they found their lead, a fingerprint, an overlooked piece of evidence that would serve as the linchpin to their investigation. At the Spahn Ranch, the Manson family continued their twisted existence, oblivious to the net closing around them. But their days of freedom were numbered. The fingerprint led investigators to a young woman, a member of the Manson family, whose records put the detectives on the path of Charles Manson and his followers. As the evidence mounted, the shocking reality of the culprits behind the murders was revealed. They were not hardened criminals or foreign agents. They were young, impressionable followers of a deranged prophet, indoctrinated into carrying out his apocalyptic vision. The trial that followed became a media circus. The Manson family, particularly Charles Manson, reveled in the attention. The courtroom became a theater of the macabre, with Manson's theatrics and the impassive demeanors of his followers adding to the spectacle. The chilling testimonies of the family members unveiled the depth of their depravity, each revelation more shocking than the last. The verdict was inevitable. Charles Manson and his followers were sentenced to life imprisonment, their reign of terror finally put to an end. But the scars they left on the city were indelible. The Manson murders, as they came to be known, marked a turning point for Los Angeles and the world. The era of innocence had ended, replaced by a chilling era of fear and paranoia. The once vibrant house at 10050 Cielo Drive stood as a grim monument to the horrors that took place within its walls. Its rooms, which once echoed with laughter and joy, were now filled with silence, a haunting reminder of the lives that were cruelly extinguished. Today, the story of the Manson murders serves as a chilling testament to the darkness that lurks within the human soul, a darkness that can be manipulated and unleashed under the right circumstances. The City of Angels may have regained its composure, but the memories of that summer night in 1969 still linger in its shadows. The Manson family's reign of terror might have ended, but its specter continues to haunt those who remember, a grim reminder of a summer that turned into a nightmare. When you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more true scary stories.